The coronavirus pandemic has engulfed the whole world in a shadow of fear and despair, with more than 20 lakh confirmed cases worldwide. To keep Sikkim and the Sikkimese people safe and protected, the state government's prompt and timely action has helped Sikkim stay COVID-19 free.
हामीले आज फैसला लिनुपर्छ कि नम्बर 1 हामीले फैसला लियौं कि जति पनि डोमेस्टिक टुरिस्टहरु छ भोलिदेखि नै हामीले एउटा डिक्लेरेसन गरौँ ताकि हाम्रो सबैजना प्रतिनिधिहरु हुनुहुन्छ र सरकारले हामीले 15 तारिक अप्रिलसम्म डोमेस्टिक टुरिस्टलाई बन्द गरौँ.
Tucked away in the Himalayan foothills is Sikkim, the 22nd state of the Indian Union. Sikkim till date has been fortunate so far to report 0 case of COVID-19. This is due to the leadership of our responsible Chief Minister Shri P.S. Tamang and the timely and efficient measures taken by the state government under the guidance of the Chief Secretary. Sikkim till date has been fortunate so far to report 0 case of COVID-19. Well before the Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi, announced a complete nationwide lockdown, the state government of Sikkim had already started its preparedness and preventive measures, which has put the state in a relatively better condition. Prior to the central government's directives, Sikkim had already sealed its borders, only keeping 2 main checkposts at Rangpo and Malli open, and thermal screening was immediately started for outstation Sikkimese citizens returning home, quite ahead of other states in the country. Until the situation of COVID-19 pandemic normalizes, the entry of foreign and domestic tourists were immediately suspended till further orders. To safeguard the health of the citizens of the country from this malicious pandemic, the Prime Minister of India had announced a 1-day Janta curfew on 22nd March, which Sikkim also observed with dedication and commitment. The same evening, the Sikkimese citizens paid tribute to the frontline workers by clapping. Keeping in mind the principles of social distancing and guidelines from the central government, the budget session of Sikkim Legislative Assembly, which is usually a week-long session, was cut short and wrapped up in 2 days by the state government. To pay tribute to our frontline warriors who have selflessly devoted their time and service to safeguard the citizens of the country, the Prime Minister initiated Nor Baje Nor Minute, which was sincerely followed by the people of Sikkim, who lit lamps, candles and diyas, offering gratitude towards them. On the 24th of March, with just 4 hours' notice, the Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi, announced a complete nationwide lockdown for 21 days.
पूरे देश में आज रात 12 बजे से संपूर्ण देश में संपूर्ण लॉकडाउन होने जा रहा है.
The state government intensified its precautionary and security measures in order to prevent more effectively the transmission of COVID-19 pandemic in Sikkim while ensuring maintenance of essential services. The Governor of Sikkim, Shri Ganga Prasad, took stock of the situation and preparedness of the state during a meeting with the Chief Minister and the Cabinet Ministers at Raj Bhavan.
सिक्किम वासियों, कोरोना वायरस आज पूरे संसार में महामारी का रूप धारण कर लिया है और पूरे संसार में यह फैल चुका है और जिससे अनेकों लोग की मृत्यु हो चुकी है. ऐसी स्थिति में सिक्किम अभी तक पूर्ण रूप से सुरक्षित है और इसके लिए यहाँ की जनता, शासन, प्रशासन, सरकार सभी लोग बधाई के पात्र हैं. और अभी तक आप सभी लोगों ने, पूरे सिक्किम वासियों ने इस कोरोना वायरस रूपी महामारी को न फैले, इसके लिए आप हर प्रकार का प्रयास कर रहे हैं। इसके लिए सचमुच में आप बधाई के पात्र हैं। और यहाँ पर सभी लोग, चाहे वो शासन के लोग हों, प्रशासन के लोग हों, सरकार हो, पुलिस विभाग हो, स्वास्थ्य विभाग हो, इन सबों ने, सफाई कर्मचारी हो, इन लोगों ने दिन रात खट करके इस प्रकार का कार्य करते रहे ताकि कोरोना वायरस का प्रकोप इस सिक्किम में न आने पाए। इसके लिए आप सभी लोग बधाई के पात्र हैं।
A state task force with the chief secretary as the overall head of the state and the 4 district magistrates as the district head was immediately set up. Under the direction of the chief secretary, the DCs were instructed to seal 2 checkposts at Rishi and Rambam, and only 2 entry points at Rangpo and Mali were kept open. All public places such as cinema halls, casinos, pubs and discos, gyms, hotels, schools were instructed to close down and public gatherings to be cancelled. Prohibitory order on complete safety restrictions, restrictions on interstate and intrastate movement of vehicles, and quarantine instructions were issued. The Chief Minister has been issuing repeated appeals through the Government of Sikkim page on Facebook to the Sikkimese people to follow the protocol of lockdown and guidelines of social distancing. Thorough thermal screening for Sikkimese citizens returning home was conducted at Rangpo and Mali checkposts. Old STNM Hospital, Mines and Geology Building Rangpo, SIRD Complex in Karfektar, and Sikkim Complex at Assam Lingze were converted into quarantine units and the respective district hospitals as isolation units. Dedicated COVID-19 hospital has been set up on the 7th, 8th and 9th floor of new STNM Hospital Sochekgang, which is well equipped with ventilators, PPE kits and all necessary medical supply to fight the virus if need be. Medicines, testing kits and all required equipment have been procured by the government. Financial aid is being provided from the Chief Minister's Relief Fund for the procurement of equipment and upgradation of quarantine units and other health facilities. With regards to rapid testing kits, the Chief Minister informs.
हामीसँग मेसिन छ, एभाइलेबल छ, तर यो ल्याब बनाउनको लागि जुन चाहिँ एउटा भारत सरकारको जुन नियम छ, जुन गाइडलाइन छ त्यो मुताबिक बनाउनु परेकोले गर्दा हामीलाई अलिकति समय लाग्छ, तर हामी यो चाँडै नै हामी यसलाई पूर्ण गरेर हामी टेस्टिङ पनि सुरु गर्छौं.
The Health Department was directed to ensure that there is no shortage of doctors in medical centers. The DG cum Secretary of Health is regularly issuing a health bulletin with details of daily updates of the COVID situation in Sikkim. In order to ensure there is no inconvenience to the people of Sikkim, the state government has designated certain medical shops and other essential service outlets to be open. Rupees 30,000 was also announced as relief to the patients from Sikkim seeking medical treatment in different parts of the country and were stranded during the lockdown. The first batch of medical supplies from New Delhi arrived at Libing Helipad, Gangtok on 4th April 2020. Control rooms have been set up in all 4 districts with adequate infrastructures, and their contact numbers have been widely disseminated to the public. For the safety and protection of the state and its people, the role of the police personnel is integral. These people, garbed in khaki-colored uniforms, shield us from any internal or external threats and help in maintaining law and order. Their role during this crisis remains unparalleled. the police personnel have been patrolling borders for infiltration. They have been making sure that the people strictly wear masks and maintain social distancing. Therefore, they remain our forever frontline warriors. Cleanliness is godliness. Clean and pure atmosphere directs us towards positivity. As we breathe this pristine and scenic beauty around us in Sikkim, we must never forget our everyday superheroes known as Safai Karmacharis who work day in and day out to make sure our surroundings remain clean. Sanitation workers in Sikkim have been providing an essential service of keeping every nook and corner of the state clean at all costs during this lockdown. These workers have continued to ensure cleanliness in our state all year round and do not take a back seat even when the whole world has been brought to a halt. As per the directives of the Chief Minister, sanitization drives using disinfectant sprays are being regularly conducted in all market areas of all 4 districts, including 2 major checkposts of Mali and Rangpo. The State Transport Department has been working overtime to ensure that the essential supplies and other items reach the farthest corners of the state during this hour of crisis. The government has been actively engaged in the distribution of food, relief materials, and essential commodities far and wide in every nook and corner of the state. The initiative of the state government to provide food to the foodless and help to the helpless, even in the remotest areas of Sikkim, remains as one of the many highlights during this period of lockdown.
सरकारको लागि पुरा राम्रो भन्छु पब्लिकलाई पनि पुरा राम्रो धन्यवाद धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद हामीलाई पुरा राम्रो भइरहेको छ यहाँ सहायता गर्नु हुँदैछ तपाईहरु सबैजना एकदम तपाईलाई धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद
खाने सामग्री दिएकोमा मुख्यमन्त्रीलाई धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद छ
Likewise, the Animal Husbandry Department was directed to work in tandem with concerned NGOs and see that the stray animals are not starving during the lockdown. The department has also been taking care of the hygiene quotient of the butcher houses across the state and has made the surplus availability of meat and fish in the state. Simfed MD was directed to distribute relief materials through tokens issued by the DCs and not through trucks to avoid overcrowding. It was announced that the state floriculture sector would be provided with all the necessary aid and assistance which has been suffering massive loss during the COVID-19 pandemic. The agriculture sector has been directed to carry on with the farming and production, and all possible aid would be provided by the government to ensure they do not suffer losses. Due to the closing of schools and educational institutions, the State Education Department has started conducting lessons for the students through online mode. Students and working professionals from Sikkim stranded in different parts of the country were advised to stay put wherever they are. The government came in touch with the respective state heads and the administration, as well as the Ministry of Home Affairs, Government of India, to ensure that they receive the required facilities.
प्रत्येक स्टेट अनि युनियन टेरिटोरीका मुख्यमन्त्रीलाई हामीले पत्रचार गरिसकेका छौं तपाईहरुको सेफ्टी त्यहाँ हुनेछ तपाईलाई कुनै प्रकारको आपत्ति पर्यो भनेदेखि तपाईले सिक्किम सरकारसँग तपाईहरुले सम्पर्क राख्नु सक्नुहुनेछ अनि हामीले तपाईले राख्नु भएछ तमिलनाडुको स्टुडेन्टको जुन समस्या त्यो हामीले त्यहाँको प्रशासनसँग कुरा गरेर समाधान गरिसकेका छौं.
Financial incentive from the government of Sikkim to the students stranded outside the state is also being provided to help them sustain this difficult time.
From Sikkim, and due to lockdown, I am not able to come back to home, and I have received an amount of 5,000 rupees from CM Relief Fund, and I'd like to thank Sikkim government for giving us this help in this bad condition. Thank you so much.
Chief Minister announced various financial incentives as relief to the state government employees working at the front line, including insurance for health workers. The state government issued an advisory to all the pharmaceutical companies in Sikkim as well as the Timiti estate to provide an additional incentive wage of Rs 300 per day to the workers. The Chief Minister announced incentive of Rs 5,000 for ASHA workers and has promised all healthcare workers, policemen and Safai Karmacharis are to be given Rs 3,000 for the lockdown period of 21 days.
जो आशा वर्कर छ गाउँमा काम गर्ने उहाँहरूको लागि 5,000 को इन्सेन्टिभ हामी दिँदैछौँ र स्वास्थ्यकर्मी अनि पुलिसकर्मी अनि सफाई कर्मचारीको लागि अस्ति हामीले 21 दिनको लागि चाहिँ हामीले उहाँलाई 3,000 को इन्सेन्टिभको रूपमा एउटा सहयोग राशिको रूपमा हामीले उहाँलाई घोषणा गरेको थियौँ हामी त्यो पनि दियौँ.
Honoring the role of the media as the fourth pillar of democracy, the Chief Minister announced financial incentive of Rs 20,000 and Rs 10,000 for all the local journalists working at the front line covering the coronavirus situation in Sikkim. To sustain the importance of zero and to ensure that the people are well aware, the Department of Information and Public Relations, Government of Sikkim, has been carrying out public relation activities for awareness on a daily basis to support the people in this hour of crisis. Top 10 news concerning the COVID-19 crisis is being aired on different digital portals of the government in English and Nepali language. A dedicated team is engaged in taking important announcements of the government to the public through the medium of miking in all the 4 districts across the state. Apart from publishing stories on COVID-19, the PR cell has designed an online poll with relevant topics to engage with more people on Instagram. Photo contest on Instagram was launched. IPR has been preparing a comprehensive report of the activities of COVID-19 prevention in the state. Activities of all 4 districts are covered in this report. Government of Sikkim, the official Facebook page of the government, is the single source of authoritative news and information on the activities of the Government of Sikkim. The page has been catering to each and every official information, order, notice, as well as press releases of the government. The website of the IPR department has a dedicated dashboard on COVID-19, which is also linked with the state portal managed by the IT department. Nodal officer of IPR department has been sharing information with PIB and Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. Video appeal by religious heads to connect with the masses regarding COVID-19 has also been prepared by the Department of IPR, which is being aired on all digital platforms of the government. As per the order from the Supreme Court of India, followed by directives from the Government of India, the state government has constituted a fact-checking team for the purpose of verification of contents of news reports being circulated. The officials from IPR and IT department are appointed as members. Chief Secretary of Sikkim, Shri S.C. Gupta, launched a dedicated state portal for COVID-19. The COVID-19 information system has been developed by the IT department. The portal also has a column on CMDRF where people can voluntarily contribute through the online mode. The portal can be accessed at www.covid19sikkim.org. The public in general have donated to the Chief Minister's Relief Fund within their capabilities. The calm and obedient temperament of the Sikkimese people, along with effective administration, legislation, and collaborative effort from the NGOs and our frontline warriors, have made it smoother to help break the chain of transmission of coronavirus. Under the guidance of our experienced, enthusiastic, and thoughtful Chief Minister, Mr. P.S. Tamang, the Council of Ministers, MLAs, and MPs have been working in the right direction to help cope and fight against this global pandemic. While our planet is on a pause, we seek strength in unity. We send out our prayers to those suffering. We offer gratitude to the ones who have been selfless in this crisis. And with our unwavering faith, we do believe that we shall overcome.